Well, hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a October 2022 reading for the sign of Taurus. And if this is your first time, Taurus, welcome. That is first time joining me. I'm sure this is not your first tarot reading. I don't know, maybe it could be. That would be pretty special. And if you're returning and one of my wonderful subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for showing up. So I'm going to do something a little bit different because I'm getting ready to go out of town on vacation. And I need to try to get these done in the next couple days before August. Listen to me. October 1st. So I'm going to do kind of an abbreviated version. I'm going to ask for the general theme that you'll be facing in the month of October. And then when I get back around, actually right before mid-month, I'm going to ask for a continuation of the theme that you'll be facing, Taurus, for October. Whoa, saw that one. So this will be a little bit shorter, and if you haven't subscribed, I want to go ahead and subscribe and hit notifications, and you'll know when the mid-month reading comes out. It's kind of a part 2, but not really, because it's I just see it as a continuation, like this is the snapshot now, and then a little time will pass and we'll look at another snapshot, but I'm going to try to pick up kind of where this storyline leads off. At least that's my goal. I haven't done this before. This is kind of a new experiment I'm doing. Anyway, that's the deal. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's see what you're generally dealing with in the month of October. Well, you've got some really nice home life and going on. I don't see that there's going to be a problem. Maybe I should just end the reading here. No, I'll keep going. But this is a very nice feeling connected, feeling like you're part of a family unit, security, stability in the home. You don't have anything rocking your foundation, which is actually pretty typical for Taurus, because Taurus, that's the way they like to live. You know, they don't like to live on the edge. Oh, more hearts, 5 of hearts. You know what? I just did another reading for another sign. They had a bunch of hearts come out. Who was it? Not that it matters, but it could be like your moon sign, or if you're a cross watcher. It wasn't Cancer. Who the heck was it? I think it was Aquarius. It was either Aquarius or Aries. I think it was Aries. Actually, it was Aries. Anyway, this is about changes that are occurring in the home life, such as some kind of separation. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're splitting up with somebody and they're moving out. It could be like somebody going off to college, or some kind of work situation where somebody has to leave home for an extended period of time for work, or even like a military deployment. It'd be something like that. But there's some kind of separation involved, and it's a change that's going to affect you on some kind of emotional level here, not just a superficial level. Look, another heart. This is all about some kind of emotional matter going on with you. This is the card of indecision. It can mean third parties, but I don't necessarily see that as something going on with you for some reason, just because you have the stability in the home life, but you do have this change coming up. So maybe you're a little undecided if you're okay with what's going to transpire here with this change and separation. It could be you that's leaving home, leaving somebody else. But I see that as a third element that's coming in and affecting you in some way. Ace of Diamonds. You do have a new start in your financial sector here. This is the desire to grow financially, or in some terms of abundance. Boy, if I just looked at this and picked up the vibe from it, I see there's some kind of work thing going on where everything's hunky-dory at home, but you're having to or somebody or you are having to leave the home to embark on this new work venture. It could be like some kind of promotion where the job requires travel, for example. I was actually involved with somebody like that years ago. They were a consultant, so they had to like travel around different job sites, you know, different clients. So it did require a lot of freaking travel. And I think you're a little bit on the fence about how you feel about that with the Three of Hearts. So let's ask for some more information. What's going on with Taurus in this home separation kind of thing that's going on with around work? Well, you have reached some kind of achievement. So I would say that somebody here got some kind of job promotion. There is an energy around the Nine of Diamonds of completion in some manner, like climbing the ladder, achievement, job promotion, yes, but it's also it's going to bring in some kind of financial stimulus to you. So I'm not picking up that this is a reading for somebody who's already well off and wealthy beyond their dreams. I mean, you may be financially fine, but I think you desire more, especially with this Ace of Diamonds. So that card denotes your ability to be able to make a major repair, pay off debt, you know, that kind of thing. Take care of practical matters. Another financial card. Look, you have all emotional cards and finance and abundance. That's all you have out going on here. So, another third element that could be affecting your home life here and this potential stimulation, separation. Gosh, I was thinking about the stimulus check, not stimulation, separation. Sorry about that. This is about investments. This is also about relationships being happy and feeling financially secure. I'm not quite sure how that fits in with the separation, for example. But it does fit in with this Nine of Diamonds, because this is kind of saying the same thing, that everything's going really good in the home life, in the home sector, in the partnership, you know, whatever situation that is for you, and the family. Let's not forget that. You're feeling very comfy and secure emotionally. I'm just kind of, you know, it's almost a redundancy. Maybe that card is just redundancy. It's just kind of confirming that financially things are very secure in this happy home life relationship situation. Sorry, maybe I was just trying to read more into it than it really was, because I still think you're embarking on some kind of new start. So maybe there's just not much else to say about it. Oh wow, look at that. So whatever new start you're embarking on, it's going to lead to this, I think, or it has already. It's kind of like you made it to this point where you're going to be able to grow financially. So that's the completion, because this is the card of completing a major cycle. It's just now you have to actually do the work. You know, that would actually make sense. If you're having to leave home to actually perform this work, it's going to get you here. This is the card of prosperity. This is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, literally. I just think it might leave you in a little state of, you're just kind of undecided how you feel about it. Maybe, you know, you actually haven't, well, I think we just kind of figured that out. You actually haven't started this travel back and forth, so you don't know how it's going to affect you over long term. Like, it's probably very brand new for you. Yeah. But it's all very good. It's all very positive. There's nothing really negative or any kind of warning to look out here. I mean, I'm just not seeing anything like that. Now, on the other hand, these are your cards of advice. So we have the Eight of Spades, and that was the first one that I saw. This is the warning about being a workaholic, being worked too hard, being stressed out, being affected physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the above by work. Some problems at work, for example, like with another person. So I think this is kind of saying that this might be more than you're bargaining for. It might be more than you signed up for. Unfortunately, I'm kind of getting that vibe from it, especially because of this Three of Clubs. Three of Clubs is about struggle and fight. Wow. So something that looks really good on the surface here, but I think you kind of had an inkling that it may not be the best situation. Yeah. Looks like it could potentially lead to some stress here. Or it's just starting to. Again, this is the theme for October, so you might not have seen this unfold completely. Interesting, though, the next set of cards here that came out are the Ten of Hearts, which is absolute celebration and happiness, and again, some kind of cycle completing in your life. And the Four of Spades is about having, again, a secure, stable home life and experiencing stress relief. So the sacrifices, this is what I'm getting, the sacrifices you're going to make in this situation, Taurus, are going to ultimately lead to your ultimate happiness. And it's going to balance out any stress that you experience here, this fight and struggle, because you're going to experience a degree of stress relief possibly over the long term and in the long run, even though there may be times when it causes stress, because I'm clearly seeing that it's going to cause stress. It just may be that because your home life is so freaking awesome, you know what I mean? It's worth it. It's like it's worth the struggle. That's what I'm hearing. It's worth the struggle. Five of Spades. Now this is disruption in your lifestyle. I think it's fair to say that you're going to expect that. This card is confirming that. There's going to be changes in your lifestyle that are probably going to upset things in ways that are unexpected. I feel like the advice is just saying expect this, just as it's saying expect this. I don't think that you've made a wrong decision. It's just if you're curious because of this indecisiveness about how this is going to play out, here we are. We're looking at disruptions in lifestyle, especially if you're having to leave home, struggle and fight, and a little bit of stress. But ultimately, this is what you're going for, right? Let's see what this card says. It's actually two cards. The Ace of Hearts and the Jack of Clubs. And the Ace of Hearts is very nice because basically this is a new start in the direction of what your heart really desires. That's how I interpret the Ace of Hearts. It's following your true feelings and what you deeply, deeply want out of life. So that's very much a good omen. And with the Jack of Clubs, it's kind of a young, inexperienced energy, which I think we have already established. This scenario and how this is going to play out is not something you've gone through before. You didn't, for example, hold a position that required this degree of travel. So the Jack of Clubs showing up here actually makes a lot of sense. The Jack is inexperienced, as I say, but also open, supportive, generous. There's no negativity associated with the Jack as far as having a bad attitude or any of those things. And I do think it's you. I don't think it's a person necessarily. If it is a person, it's a fire sign. A Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But I do think that you're approaching this new start with kind of this young Jack of Clubs energy, which is good. And again, if you were wondering, well, this is going to be a great job, a great promotion. How's it going to affect my life? I think we're kind of seeing some kind of general remnants of that, you know. See if there's anything else before we stop this brief reading for Taurus, just to see what's going on in October. Okay, well, this is the card of being let down by people. It's also in general, the card is called the fly-by-night card. Like, things are really good on the surface. That actually rings very much true with what I was just saying. Like, on the surface, this job opportunity or promotion or whatever it is, it looks really good up front, but you soon find that it's not all that's cracked up to be, and that joy is short-lived, so then you end up being disappointed. I would just say, try to have a realistic outlook on it. You know, it's not going to be the answer to everything. No job promotion, no situation like that is going to be... There's no such thing in the world as, like, the perfect position, I guess, unless you're working for yourself. You know? So, I don't know. I just kind of see that as have some realistic expectations. And things are going to be unsettled for a while, but this is actually the full energy as well. In addition to the black and white joker. The full energy kind of asks us to, you know, have an open mind, not have any expectations. Like I was just saying, I feel like the minute I say something, the card comes out and echoes exactly what I was saying. The Fool is open to learning, doesn't have any preconceptions about how things should be, but it's also a little bit of a card of being naive. And I do think this is a situation where you're kind of out of your element. You're experiencing a whole new lifestyle because of this separation. You know, I'm also getting that this may not be like you're traveling back and forth. It just may be that you go off, like for a year, you work somewhere, and then you come back. And then that year, you're going to experience some of this. The struggle, the being stressed out, the disruption in lifestyle. But ultimately, you're going to experience this ultimate happiness and celebration, and being back at home and experiencing a fair amount of stress relief with that Four of Spades. I think that's like off in the future. And that's what you need to keep in mind. You know what they say, keep your eye on the prize. That's exactly what it means. And don't have your expectations too high. And this Fool, be like a fool. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what to expect. Just don't put any labels on anything. Just go with it. Let the energy be unsettled, because it will be. And you're off to a new start. This is clearly something that you really deeply desire. Okay, Taurus, like I said, if you want to join me mid-October and want to know when that video comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe and notifications if you don't already have that going. I'm going to try to pick up where we left off here and see where you're at in about 2 weeks, maybe a little less. Okay? Take care until I see you again.